Setting up. All right, we live.
Good evening, America. It is I. Wednesday night, bringing y'all another episode of this night. We had some members who came out and said, hey, we still want to talk about this. I got some things to get off my chest. And we are going to do just that. We're going to get into it tonight. We got some top rankings. Not always, as always, is here. Tonight we got guys who play none other than charismatic thoughts himself. And if you don't know him as charismatic thoughts, you know him from back in the day as the short, stocky dude with the turnaround, Jay. You know what I'm saying? He got the turnaround on the corner, on the original corners. On the original corner, and I'm telling you, this is my guy right here. Way back to the backyard with the whoop. All the way back to the backyard with the whoop back in the day. My guy, man, I ain't got about you. None other than charismatic thought. What's going on, Karen?
What's going on, bro?
Man, we here, man. We trying to wild out tonight. You came to us. You told us you had some stuff on your mind. You said you feel like it's some things need to be said. You wanted a platform from which to do it. You are welcome here at the Book of Man. By all means, young brother, I'm going to give you opportunity. Normally we let Doc come in, but since you are our guest tonight, I'm going to go ahead and let you take it. What's on your mind, brother?
All I want to say is this. Like, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Because I really am.
Right.
Maybe I missed something. Like, is it just me, or am I the only person that think that slap was like really had nothing to do with his joke? That slap was like total frustration over what's the word? Accumulation of things that have happened to him. Partly due because of his wife.
Partly.
I was trying to be mild about it, but since you want to do that,
hey, hold on. I got the thing for you. You know what?
I'll take the high road on.
You're gonna take the high road on that one.
Well, first off, I don't think you're wrong. I do think it was cumulative.
Mm-hmm.
The effect of cumulative damage over time. You know, when a lot of guys get knocked out, it ain't one punch. A lot of times you get knocked down the 6th, 7th, 8th round because it's cumulative. That you done took some blows for 6 to 7 rounds, and then you get knocked out. So
you can't carry that stuff.
Huh?
I said you can't carry that stuff for a long time.
Well, that was a lot of stuff for him to carry.
He got a bag full of all, and then you know what? When you carry stuff, right? Y'all ever try to get a sofa in an apartment though, and the sofa is shaped funny, so you can't get it through the door, right?
Yeah.
Will Smith got a 3-part sectional, and he can't get it through the door. I'm telling you, it's all different kinds of stuff.
Somebody was able to get it through the door, but you know that's.
I want you to reiterate the question.
He tried to get some house furniture in the apartment in the studio.
Man, that's what I'm saying.
In the studio. Okay, all right. Okay. One, I hear a lot of people saying, a lot of women, a lot of men too, saying you can't ever judge a man for how he decides to defend or protect his wife. And this stems from defending your woman's honor. Well, I posit, for me to defend your honor, you must be honorable.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hold on. but listen to this. I had this conversation today with my wife. We still was talking about this. And what we came up with, or at least what I took out of that, is that they have an idea of what defense looks like. Mm-hmm. And their idea of defense is not the same as our ideas. Matter of fact, I was just listening to one of my favorite professors, Dr. T. Hassan Johnson, and he was talking about the way middle-class men and regular blue-collar men defend their families. People who are regular blue-collar, oh yeah, your collar blue, bro. But regular people, you know, work with their hands, live in the hood, get it out the mud. They are more physical versus the regular middle class guy. You know what we do? We position ourselves where they don't have to deal with the problem.
Correct.
So the way he connected it, and I kind of agree with it, is that she's used to the physical type of man that somebody say something, he gonna get up and slap somebody, but Will not that kind of dude. So to me, I think he tried to match up with her expectation because he's been trying to meet her expectations since day one.
Listen, her expectation dead. He been there. He dead for almost 30 years.
That's
Yeah.
something he never gonna live up to. So I mean, he might as well accept that. But
Yeah.
in the area of what, you know, like you said, what some women expect men to do.
Mhm.
So we supposed to just randomly smack dudes without finding out information. Is that what you're telling me?
Exactly. I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
And to lean into what you were just saying, Doc, and this is a real question. And if there's any ladies out there listening on here right now, by all means, ladies, please tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm crazy or what.
They're gonna tell you
If
you're
you
wrong
are
and they're gonna tell you
charging-
you're crazy.
They're gonna do everything at the same time.
Exactly what he said is what they're gonna tell him.
Yeah. If you are charging me as an individual, if that's you're my lady, my woman, with your protection, and then you are charging black men in mass with the protection of black women. Great, no problem. I got it. I can do that all day, every day, no problem. However, the other side of that is there's an expectation that you're going to listen.
Right. That's
an
right.
expectation that you're going to listen.
Mm-hmm.
Captain.
How see if you call me and say, hey, it's somebody in the house, and I tell you, go in the room, go in the closet, lock the door.
What?
And you
Yeah.
decide you're gonna go downstairs. And you end up
Yeah.
stabbed up. Whose fault is that?
I mean, it's true. It's true. It's true.
I know that's an extreme situation, but I'm just saying, if we're telling our women, yes, we will protect you. However, we need you to do this. And they have decided in mass, we don't give a damn what you say, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. Are we still responsible for the protection?
All right, look at this. You know, our boy, that's some Julio, ATL, or whatever his new name is. I can't pronounce it, but anyway. But his wife made a good point. What happens when you talk crazy to a cop and then he beat him up because he was triggered?
Exactly. That's exactly my point. There comes some understanding that you must listen. You must not put me in a situation to make my protection invalid or ineffective.
Where does that come into play in this particular situation that we're talking about? Because he was coming to the defense of a woman who really started all the mess. So what was he defending?
All right.
Her right to be
But look at this. This is what I think. I mean, and this is me. He wasn't defending her. He was defending himself because he's still trying to impress and live up to what she thinks. So what? He's gonna have to get up and do something. Cause look at it. Look at the video. He was cool with it until she looked at him. And honestly, people say they did see the hurt on her face. I didn't see that. I mean, I'll be honest with you. But it was a look. Hey, you better go do something. So now he got a choice. He think, okay, how am I handle this? And he couldn't deal with Chris Rock to look at that point. Go ahead, see.
He's trying to defend a woman that literally went on, I think it was Oprah, and said that having relations to him is like being with a child.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to defend her from what? Because I'm just saying, if I do defend her, maybe my fighting style might be like a child too.
Hey. But
listen,
Say
again, like you said, the first part of that, me defending your honor, is you must be honorable. If you have over time, you know, over and over again stepped out there and said, you this, you that, I'm this, I'm that, and all that over time, you can't expect me to have the same type of energy for you.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, he's chosen to stay there. We talking about his kids are grown, so there's no child support. She does have some of her own money. I'm sure he don't mind giving her, you know, something to leave or whatever. He don't have to be there. He's choosing to be there. He's choosing to deal with what she wants. Maybe he like it. Maybe Will just a cuck. We don't know.
Mm-hmm. Hey, the link to join is in the description, y'all. So if you want to jump in and say something, it's in the description.
You know, we don't know.
That was just pent up anger from everything this guy was dealing with.
Yeah.
Having to hear your wife talk about you and what you can't do and what
Yeah.
somebody else can do better than you, and then you hear a guy make a joke, which, like you said, he laughed.
Is
It
that
was funny?
you know what? I'm gonna bring up something a little more serious in regards to that. In regards to how the world view men.
Okay.
And a lot of them, if you look at the interviews and different things online, you know what we don't have? We don't have feelings. We don't have emotions. We don't have anything. We are just weapons and tools to be used and pointed in a certain direction. We are tools to make money, tools to lift stuff, tools to move stuff. We are non-paid security. ConcuServes, like they say. So he doesn't. So her saying that stuff, it's not supposed to affect him because she's speaking her truth, which I can't stand that saying.
How?
I'm saying,
How does that even work? How can she be allowed to say whatever and it doesn't hurt his feelings? Because, mind you, we say the same thing to a woman. Oh my God, we crush her world. Everything is over. There's no coming back from this. I don't know what to do.
but
But you're supposed to take it.
you're right. Bro, I'm with you. But the way that they think, I ain't gonna say when I say they, a lot of women think. I can't put everybody in that bucket. We don't have that. We've been viewed as tools, something that we use and point in a direction. Look at the numbers for inter-partner violence. That's a big one. Inter-partner violence. That's where bidirectional, when it's husband or a woman to man and man to woman, or unidirectional, one way. You would think that everything is one way, but it's not. The numbers are almost equal in both ways. But the way that society has painted it to be, and the way that these people make it look like to be, is that we the ones that always do it. So how does that relate to this?
I'm gonna speak
No.
on both of those points.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
All right. The first point of we are using the tool. Yes, very much so. Men are looked at as strictly whatever resource or skill he provides, and in service to, especially in the black community. Black men are definitely thought of oftentimes by our women as just here in service of.
Mhm.
On the second one of the interpersonal violence, listen, it is no secret. It's no
It's not.
secret that women walk around gleefully and boastfully talking about they'll slap a man, hit a man, take whatever, and nobody cares because the idea is that it's not. They don't have the physical strength for it to count.
But Jay, let me connect this up for you though. If a man is a tool to be used, right?
Right.
In that instant, that look she did activated the tool
Oh yeah, of course.
because she used it toward Chris Rock.
Right.
And guess who come out with no dirt under her fingernails?
Of course. I mean, listen.
Turn him into that puppet, man.
Yeah. Charged him right on up. Battery in his back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bet.
But
First
then,
of all,
but then,
you should have brought her there. Like, I would. Am I wrong? Oh, I'm sorry.
well,
Your woman, no, hold on, let me. Your woman
go ahead.
slept with one of your son's best friends.
Correct.
Mhm.
Why would you bring her there?
Oh, he's still in the marriage. He's choosing to stay in the marriage.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's smart.
No, it's
but
not.
yeah, he did. He did.
He chose to stay in the marriage. As long as he's choosing to stay in the marriage, he's saying, I accept the way she treats
Well,
me.
I think it's deeper than that, man. I think he wants to not fail. I don't think he want to fail.
Failed. It's done. What do you
It's
mean?
over.
No.
It's over.
But guess what? You know you don't fail until the clock run out or you quit. You know what I'm saying? So for him, but look, in his mind, now this is me thinking, in his mind, the marriage ain't failed until he said I quit.
He must be living a movie. Okay.
You know what?
Hey.
He said something along those lines, though. He said something along those lines.
Yeah.
He said, if I get on a treadmill, if you and I get on a treadmill, only two
Yeah.
things can happen.
Yeah.
Either you're going to quit, or I'm going to die.
Yeah.
So, and I
That's his
think
mindset.
He may be applying that to his marriage. Either
Well-
she got to leave, or we're going to die together.
That's right. And that happened after Ali.
The treadmill didn't sleep with your son's best friend.
I mean, that's 100% true. And you know what? That was a hard. You know what's hard about that? The fact that nobody talking about what he went through. He became a meme. We did a show about this. We did a show about this a couple weeks ago. Like what happened when men become a meme.
Yeah.
And they start cracking.
Let me ask y'all this, and again, it's open to the world. We on live or whatever. Are a black woman's feelings as or more important than a black man's life?
That look is priceless. I can't wait for you to get your podcast, bro, because them looks gonna be like on 100.
That's like asking me, should I use cash or my credit card? That is.
Hey,
I don't know. It depends on the circumstance, man.
no.
Does
Depends on
it?
the
Does it?
circumstance. Yes.
I don't think anybody's feelings are more important than anybody else's life at any time.
All right, you know what I go back to? I go back to this. And knowing what I do, I'm a teacher. And I tell young boys to not fight.
Right?
Man, those just words. Don't let those words get to you. From words now, just words. We know we're going to tell our kids this. You ain't got to fight. It's another way to do it. We learn to control ourselves. Now, when we are expected to fight, when it's not the right venue to fight, that's what happens here. Because if Will would have contained himself and maybe, you know what, gave Chris Rock that look, maybe do this or whatever, and Chris would have shut it down. He didn't have to even mobilize himself to do that. But it turned to a physical point, which furthermore links back to my original point about what they think protection is. Because his wife wouldn't have approved of it if he didn't make no grand thing to go out there and slap this man. But back to this, nobody's feelings are more important than anybody's life. That's right. Because that thing will get you killed, man.
But
It will get you killed.
But that seems to be the expectation is if you with your woman, your wife, girlfriend, or whatever, and an individual disrespects her, that you at that moment, because what they say, at all costs,
Yeah.
at all costs, you should defend her. Why? Why? I mean, are you sure it's at all costs? At all costs? Listen, I'm
Yeah.
on the free mind. Somebody got a line. I'm like, hey, bro. Hey, no disrespect needed. Ain't no disrespect needed over here. We good, fam. We move on. I'm gonna keep on
Well,
walking. That's
all
all
right.
I'm trying to go.
But look at what I said earlier. Us blue collar dudes, we move out the way to keep our people safe. We don't straight up go and fight. Look at this. None of us had a chokehold on oppression. We all got struggles. That's right. We all got them. It's something, man. But I think there's so many levels to this thing. And I'm starting to see how superficial a lot of folks are.
Okay, first off, yes, nobody has a chokehold on oppression.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to say anyone has a chokehold on oppression. I'm simply saying every group is treated differently.
Mm-hmm.
Be honest. We all treated differently. Black men are treated differently than black women. Black people treated differently than Hispanic people. Hispanic people treated differently than white or Asian. We all got our differences and nuances to how we treat it in mass society and amongst ourselves.
That's true.
And amongst ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm simply saying, in our community, it is very much, for whatever reason, we still hold true, possibly what Doc saying about the blue collar, white collar thing.
Mm-hmm.
We still seem to hold true to that
violence is always a moment away. It's a it's a reasonable escalation for an insult is violence. For whatever reason, that's how we think. And for it to be you should protect somebody at all costs.
From some words.
From some words?
From words. But you know what I said? For decades, she never spoke up for him.
Thank you.
Ain't said nothing.
Decades.
Ain't said nothing but negative stuff about thank you.
And actually, in actuality, have you ever heard her say anything positive about him or look up to him? And furthermore, the comment once out of 20 years.
No. The last time when he was up when he got snubbed for concussion, she came out hard for Will. I give her that.
Okay.
She came out. She was like, "This is ridiculous. My husband deserved to be nominated. He should have won." Blah 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 blah. But check this out. On the big night though, when it flips back around, it's the big night. You can't sit there and be quiet and not say nothing.
There you go.
Not charge the man.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm going to even X out the concussion thing because that was just showing, he should have won this.
Right.
But I'm talking about when everybody posting the crying Will memes, when everybody was saying Will Smith a chump. They are slowly chipping away at his manhood. And what people don't understand is that for us, for men, they take manhood and masculinity as a joke. Matter of fact, they laugh, when they say, "Oh yeah," because the man he got his ego and it's a big joke. Oh, I got to go home and pat him on the head to feed his ego. Like it's a part of who we are. It's driven by a biological imperative, like testosterone. It's there. That's who we are. But it's always diminished. Why? In this case, and like I said, I'm gonna take that from you, man. About whatever the movie was, I don't remember, man. I'm ranting, but still. But the thing is,
you got a lot of pain in you, bro. You was kind of elevated.
Hey, I got to elevate it sometimes, but I'm a pretty chill dude, man. I got to elevate it sometimes. but the thing about it is, what I'm saying is that where is the support for him from the person that matters most to him? The person that's closest to him did not at one time, at least that I've seen, publicly give him any kind of support. As a matter of fact, she said more negative things to tear him down than other things to lift him up. And if I'm wrong, let me know.
No. You're right.
Well,
I would say this, whether she said more negative things or not, we all as people remember negative things more than the positive things. You could do 99 things right, but you do one thing wrong.
That's right. But all one time, there you go.
All that's right. Remember is the wrong thing you did the one time. So we know it is an embarrassment for a man to have his woman come out and say, "I'm smashing this little young dude." That's an embarrassment for a man. She came out and said it and never apologized for it.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and you said that I was a little bit charged on that last one, and yeah, I was, because you know what? As men, and that's the whole reason behind this. Why we have this is because we've all been in that dark place before, that people don't get. They don't understand what it's like to have these pressures, these things going on, and these things happening to you that you don't have answers for. And there's lots of men that's in that dark place and they can't get out. They can't. And hard as they try, they can't get out. And yeah, I'll be honest with you. I was in a dark place like that before. And it took another man to help me get out. And I don't want to see other men go through that, because it's a dead end, man. It's a dead end. And I see it on him all day long.
Listen, I'm a fan. I'm a big Will Smith fan. I just ran off one of his quotes. I got several.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. I have said this before. In his professional life, Will Smith is an absolute monster and a machine.
Oh yeah. Very calculated too. Very calculated.
But for like you said, if you read the book, you know that his personal life has always been
Yeah.
It's always been difficult. And I think his marriage to Jada has not been a positive as far as making that personal life better. And I think it would be very hard for me or for most men to live in the light Will is living in right now. Will, you're great. You are one of the all-time greats in Hollywood, and you also sucker.
I think he wanted to work so bad. I mean, it's just he can't. He won't quit. He won't let it go. And I'm not telling that man to leave his wife. I won't say that because that ain't my place.
I will.
I'll say it.
Say it, man.
It can't. Look here, cuz. Like you said, Simone, you done been in that situation before.
Mhm.
I done been there too. Once before in my life when you really hit rock bottom. My mom and my dad got me from out of that hole. I promise myself I will never
ever go back again.
That what Will is doing right now is like you fighting a losing battle, man. The only thing that you can do is let go and start over.
Yeah. It seemed like remember Tecmo Super Bowl?
Yeah.
When you might have 1st and 25, the man yell hike, and what you do? You run all the way back to the other end zone to start over and throw that Hail Mary, and guess what happened? You done scored a touchdown. So sometimes you got to run all the way back to the beginning. Go ahead and start over.
Video game, Simone. That is not applicable. Don't tell people that. That is a video game.
Oh. Yes, go back and start over again. Oh yeah, sometimes
trying to throw a Hail Mary. Would you do that in real life?
Look, by the time you start over, everything a Hail Mary.
Now that's true.
Everything a Hail Mary.
Everything is a Hail Mary when you start over. Yes. And you be throwing them out there, hoping somebody catch something.
Whatever they catch, man. Just throw it, baby.
Look, hey, it's parables over here, man. That's how I do it.
I'm gonna be 100% honest, man. I really, really hope this situation. First off, this 250-year-old black men. Let's throw out whatever the reason for the altercation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all 50 plus, 53 and 55, I think, are the ages.
Mm-hmm.
We got to be better than that. I don't care why he was on stage trying to slap Chris Rock. We got to be better. I don't even care if it's fake. We got to be better than that.
Yeah.
Even if it's fake, we got to be better than that.
Man, I'd rather that be real. If that was fake, do you know how that make us look?
So here's the question, though.
The black person that really directs the Oscars and all this stuff. Man, if that was fake, that makes I'd rather it be real. If that was fake, we stupid.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the question. Do we represent the whole entire race by our actions?
Unfortunately, yes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I would say no, but sometimes what one person does, it just stereotypes everybody else.
Yeah.
On that stage, in those moments, this is the blackest Oscars ever.
That's right. This so now, if there is no more black people at the Oscars, can we be mad?
It's his fault.
That's not right.
That was the blackest Oscars ever as far as awards won by African Americans.
That was the BET Source Awards.
Mm-hmm.
And they got turned into the BET Source Awards. That's how how it looked. It went from
like that.
We are even talking about the immense number of African Americans that won Oscars last night.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, and Samuel Jackson got a Lifetime Achievement Award. That's somebody who should have had something.
All that is out the window because the only thing they're gonna remember, Simone, is what?
The slap.
What did the five fingers say to the face?
Yeah.
Slap. Slap.
And you know what? I'm talking about the person that was missing. Rick James was the only person that was missing.
Exactly. Look, Questlove won. Samuel Jackson got a Lifetime Achievement Award. Will won Best Actor. I mean, there's a bunch of awards. Will Packer won for producer. All these black men. Everybody. Black men. won Oscars last night, and nobody's
That's what
talking about
happened.
it because
Nope.
it's overshadowed by two other black men looking like plum goddamn fools.
Now,
No,
well, hold on now. Only one of them.
One of them.
Because all right, that's what I want to steer this to.
Yes.
No, what about Chris Rock?
Chris took-
What about him?
Gee,
Chris took the high road that was bumpy and narrow. Because
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about it, man. I really don't.
okay, did
I
anybody
think,
here? Go ahead, Karen.
Jim Carrey was saying like, "Yo, if I was him, I would have sued this cat for like 200 million."
Yep. He would have. Hey, he would have at least got 100, just like he was Al Capone. He would have got most of it.
That's on tape assault.
Mhm.
You can bank it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got evidence. And that man was like,
Everybody got evidence. He would have settled out of court.
Listen,
for $200 million.
and Lisa Smooth Honey,
Hey,
Yeah, that's right. Give or take. Yeah, you're right.
but at this point, Chris Rock probably don't need his money either.
ain't about that.
So it's
No.
the principle that matter.
Oh, it is. It is. I want a public apology. I want a public apology.
I want $2 million for every finger you use to slap me. How's that?
Hey, and about 500,000 for the seconds it took for you to walk up there,
Pain and suffering.
pain and suffering. Cause I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
So there was pain. There was pain. And there was suffering, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, first off, that man had to go home and look his children in the face.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
Dad, you just got slapped in the face. What? How? You know, and had to explain that to his children.
Yeah.
He's
Yep.
done his job and provided for.
Mm-hmm.
His job is as a man. Our job is to maximize our abilities in whatever way we
Yeah.
can to make it the best living in life we can for us and our children. And Chris Rock has done that at an extremely high level.
Exactly. He had for decades.
After being divorced, bro.
Right.
After
Still.
being divorced.
See his Hail Mary right there.
He did.
Y'all saw
he did-
Marty.
He did what Will Smith couldn't do.
Got up out of there.
Let it go. That's right.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Hold on. Let me give you one of them. Let me give you one of them.
Well, you got the bomb. You got the bomb noise too. There you go. Drop the bomb for Chris Rock.
Hey.
The one for the team.
Oh man. Look. Hold on, man. This you writing your own comments?
No, that's my wife. Angela, you right, son? That's my wife. And I gave her my phone.
Hey,
Bomb for Emily. Drop it.
look, I was gonna put her up there because she said this. I mean,
Oh, wait a minute, man. Wait, don't you say nothing. The views that whatever she's saying does not reflect what I really feel. Okay, now go ahead.
oh, hey, he had to do a disclaimer.
That's right. Don't get me
He had to do a disclaimer. Hey, but this one right here, look. What she said right here, look. You know you're gonna be part of the joke. What's the problem? Matter of fact, you know what? I talked to my daddy yesterday. Almost 70 years old, pastor of our church. And you know what he said? This is like going to a comedy show. You know better than sitting on the front row. You know that's what it is. You already know.
Simone,
You already know.
Chris Rock went down the line cracking jokes on everybody. Nobody got offended. Nobody said anything. As soon as he get to you, that was built up from like 2016, bro. When they boycotted, and then he was like, "Oh well," he was like, "Boycotting the Oscars is like boycotting Rihanna, like nobody was invited or whatever it was." That was something that came from years ago. There's no way somebody can say a joke like that and you just get up and slap them.
Well, first
I
off,
believe it.
Will and Jada have worked together. They both did Madagascar. That's 3
Yeah.
movies they worked together on. So
That's right.
They know each other well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Will's still bringing in the money though.
That's fine. I'm just saying they know each other well.
Right.
So maybe we don't know it was some extra behind it or whatever. Doesn't change. Words do not equal violence.
No. Unless I would say this, if it was sustained and continued where it could be construed as harassment, but this, nah. Unless he been calling their house, you know what, Will? What? G.I. Jane! And then you were doing that.
I wish he would have said something. I wish he would have said something slick.
He said he knew nothing about her hair condition. That was the only thing this dude said since after the Oscars. I knew nothing about her hair condition. And plus, too, you know, during the Oscars, people have to okay whatever lines or jokes or skits people are doing. So instead of getting on him, find out the person that wrote that joke.
Well, let's even under that. Listen, even under no situation does the violence supposed to come to violence or whatever. But let's say that's built up over time. Let's say they've been beefing since 2016. Let's say all of that. All of that's true. You trying to tell me between 2016 and 2022, Will Smith and Chris Rock couldn't have had a conversation?
They probably did.
What
if they did have a conversation and Will said what he said to him then?
Why wasn't that on the red table?
Wasn't bloody enough.
Really? Yeah, you talked about everything else, so I guess that was off limits.
Oh, of course, because you know it painted him in a positive light.
Oh, all right,
that's true. That's true.
Can't do that.
They're not gonna do nothing on the red table that paint Will in a positive light. That ain't gonna happen. Nah, man. That's the talk shit about Will Smith table right there.
And for you to still be married to her after all that stuff she's saying about you, man.
Hey man, you like it, I love it.
Jeremy, she went on Oprah and literally said she didn't love the dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she don't like him. We know she don't like him.
So what more is the
he knows she don't like him.
Yep.
But you still laugh?
Mm-hmm.
So he working for free. You know he's not getting paid, right?
You know this.
Yeah.
He paying to work. He's paying to work.
Oh yeah, that's a new dummy. I'm sorry. Just like you said, hey man, you do good work. You do good work. You make good movies, but you're a dummy.
I don't know, man. I'm not trying to tell anybody. You know what? Yeah, I am. I will tell somebody. What to
say it. There you go.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's crazy. But I will say this: if it's all fake, which I'm not dismissing that it could be fake. I hope it's not, because it becomes. Then you're like, damn, we really gonna get on here and step and fetch? We really gonna get on here and?
Yeah.
That's right. That yes sir, master.
Yes sir.
We're gonna Michigan J Frog out here. That's right. We're gonna really come out here and do this.
Mm-hmm.
We really gonna come out here and do this. It's sad. That's right. What we're gonna do. That's super sad. But
that's right.
Will Smith, Chris Rock, Jada Pinkett Smith have created more buzz for themselves, for the Oscars, than anything else they could have done by doing this.
So here's the question, because I know a lot of people do say it was fake, and I don't know. I'm in between. What do they stand to gain from
attention? It's about attention. It's about
but I mean, it's
publicity.
For what? Yeah, he got the one comedy show. That's chump change. There ain't nothing.
He's doing the comedy tour for the Netflix special.
Okay.
It's gonna be a Netflix special.
He's literally doing one tonight.
Yeah.
So here's the question though: is Chris Rock? Do he really even need that?
No.
He don't even need that level of stuff. He not trying to make it. He already made it. If his name on it, it's done. It's done. If his name on it, it's done. So what is he chasing? Chris Rock, what did he stand to gain? What did Will Smith got to gain?
This right here. Everybody talking about it. Everybody talking about it. Publicity.
Okay, so what we saying is that he has this mental condition where his currency is people attention.
They're celebrities. That's they live in that world. Their
Okay.
job is to have the eyes on them. Okay, let's
Okay.
He has a mental condition. Okay, I mean y'all know that, right? It's called whip. It's called whip.
Wow.
That's the mental condition, bro. Nobody has anything to, I mean, if anybody has something to gain from it, it's Chris, because now you just, by slapping this dude, you just reset him and gave him the go ahead to talk about whatever it is we don't know.
He about to roll him. He about to get it in.
That's right. That's right.
So, okay. How many books you think Will done sold since Sunday?
That's a good question. Let me see.
I guarantee you the book sales done went crazy because everybody been saying
yeah.
everything. Well, if you read the book, you read the book.
You slap somebody for book sales?
You do it.
But again, all right.
Girls out here shaking ass for likes.
Well, but when the book came out, it was already at 1 million.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you look like you might be liking them too, Karen. They doing the fire challenge for likes. They eating Tide Pods for likes.
They're jumping on crates for free.
For likes now. So you don't think you don't think a slap for 1 million book sales?
Hey man.
But he already sold 1 million, man.
And what
the sales look like?
Listen, he got 2 crazy kids. He got to make sure he can feed them for the rest of their life because they ain't gonna do it themselves. They ain't about to work. You see them kids?
Hey, they ain't about to work. Okay. Hey, well, all right, we got one in. You didn't see who it is. She about to tell me off. There she go.
Now I'm trying to figure out mutual.
Hey, what are y'all gonna have to mute? All right, go ahead.
So I'm trying to figure out why are you all debating a fake event? You all really believe that this was real? Now listen, you guys just ran down the entire list of why this is BS. How many books you think he sold? Chris Rock has a show. They're saying his ticket sales on the resale market for his show went up to over $700. The lowest was 41 before the Oscars. Willow Smith has dropped an album. Jada Pinkett Smith is about to book 6 months of shows analyzing the mental health. And then I just heard, and I don't know how true this is, they're saying Moderna has come out with some treatment for alopecia. And I'm like, it's like everybody's in on it. I don't know how true that is, but come on.
Alicia, do you believe that? I mean, what do you believe? Do you believe it was fake? Do you believe it was real? What do you believe?
She probably don't know she muted. Hold on, unmute.
I'm unmuted.
No, not you. Her.
Oh.
All right, go
I
ahead.
am. I just don't have audio on the device I'm using. But
okay.
I would love for the gentleman to repeat what he just said because I missed it.
What do you believe? Do you believe that it was fake, or do you believe that it was real?
I believe it was a PR stunt that was fully staged.
Okay, so you believe it was fake?
Yes.
Okay, can we at least agree that if that was true, you understand that how that makes us as Black people look, correct?
Yes.
Then that means that this whole boycott the Oscars and everything that people's been talking about was just BS, right?
Listen, here's what we know right now of Hollywood, of Black people being successful. You either got to have a gay Black man on your show, or your show won't get picked up, or you better tap dance for these people. And so every time we make huge strides economically and with any of our African American soft power that seems to propel us as a people forward, They always find a way to degrade us, to emasculate the men. Here's the thing. They just dropped the charges for Bill Cosby. They just threw all his charges out. So we should have seen this coming. They're going to do something to turn us into a caricature of life, vaudeville, minstrel show, something to emasculate the straight black men left in Hollywood. So if they don't get them to put on a dress, if they don't get them to play a gay male character, they're going to show them looking like buffoons. And here's the thing. As soon as black people sign a contract with these white agents in Hollywood, with these white studios, you are participating in the step and fetch show of the American plantation. They're going to find a way as a black woman to only promote those of us who are hypersexualized, who portray slut culture, and who put our vaginas on display. And they're only going to exalt crazy black male artists like Lil Nas X. I mean, he's like having gay sex with Satan. Like, he went that far. I mean, so we have to think about what it means to be successful in Hollywood as an African American. As an African American, if you want to be on this white stage, you're going to do some Mr. Bojangles. They've literally turned almost all of Black Hollywood into modern day minstrel shows and vaudeville. And just look at the new generation of Black actors who are hucksters now. All these actors, they all now have these little Instacart websites where they're selling their wares. Soon as somebody gets pregnant, they're selling baby products. Soon as, fragrances, cheap jeans, cheap athletic wear. I mean, we're hucksters and they're peddlers. It's because they don't, because we know Black actors don't make enough. They don't make equal to their white peers. But I mean, it's a hustle. And these publicists, listen, every Hollywood actor has two main people on their staffs, in their entourage. They have a manager/agent and a publicist. And the publicist's job is to drum up media attention for you. They're strictly there. They are the promoters of you. Publicist is a specialist who seeks and gets and earns publicity for their client. So the publicists get together and they plan out dates with stars to certain award show. Who do you want to be on the red carpet with this year? Okay, we're going to have Zendaya. You're going to hang around with Tom Holland for a while, Tom Holland for a while. You'll show up at these, and then you'll break up, and then next you'll move on to Justin Bieber or whatever. They plan this out.
So, but for me, I know you asked why we talking about this, and for me, I could care less about the superstar. I can care less about Hollywood. But you know what I do care about? The effect that this have on our boys. I'm a big proponent of that because I see it every day. And how is this connected to that? Well, what Will Smith did is what these boys are growing up thinking that I'm supposed to do this. So this perpetuates stuff and makes life harder for everybody. So that's why I'm talking about it, because I see what happens. Our boys are in trouble. Our young men are in trouble. And that's my whole purpose. We got to talk about it.
Which is why I say it's worse if it's fake. It's worse if it's fake, because it's such a negative thing. And then you're going to turn around and promote it and decide to do something fake, and it's negatively affecting Black men. It's worse if it's fake. If it was, if it was a snap or a break and he just had a breakdown, he had a mental issues, that's more forgivable than I'm going to knowingly make a decision.
I would rather it be real, because just like Jeremy said, if that's fake, do you understand what that makes us look like? Like, it's official.
Listen, how is that any worse? How's that any worse than Black artists willfully and knowingly making songs like WAP and making songs about kill, 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 kill? Why is this the straw that breaks the camel's back?
Can't say anything about that, but I know for me, like I said, this directly connected to our boys and expectations. Why is my my son
And
expected
that's
to.
why they do it. So the deeper meaning is they do it to do exactly what you're talking about, Doc. They destroyed Bill Cosby so that they could kill off the Cosby Show generation. Those of us who are professionals and who are middle class Black people, they wanted to destroy our icons. Listen, I didn't tell us this. Michael Jackson said this years ago before they proceeded to destroy him.
I mean, and that's true. But I mean, I guess it has to be talked about. And from what I see,
It does.
the regular people, because unfortunately we take these superstars and we try to copy and paste their life onto our feelings and belief. And to me, we have to talk about this to let them know that this ain't you. You not them. You don't participate in that. And
Right. And you have to get back to telling children the TV and Hollywood and celebridom is make believe. Because right now these kids don't know the difference between a fake clip on TikTok and Instagram or real
You're
life.
right. You're right. You absolutely right. So I guess to answer your question, that's why I'm doing all of this, is because I see where our boy is going. I see the danger that they're in. I see what my own son has to contend with when he becomes of age. And I don't want him to go through this. I can't allow it. I can't. Somebody has to help him. And not just my son, but all the sons. They need us.
So this takes us back to something we talked about before, Doc. We talked about the nigger factor.
Yeah.
I think the reason it's such a big deal is because you're talking about two guys who at different times were at the pinnacle. Chris Rock was the biggest comedian in the world at one point. Will Smith was the biggest actor in the world, and it wasn't close at one point.
Yeah.
So when you get those two guys in their 50s to fall into this bug, it's like, okay, is there any hope left? Whether it's fake or real. And it's worse if it's fake. Like, is there any hope left? Is there anything that can be done? Are we this lost? Are we willing to shuck and jive on this level for the money?
Yeah, and see, again, that's why I made that video before. What is your currency? What is your currency? Everybody has a price. For some people, it's money. For some people, it's attention. They'll do anything to pay that price. But what is it? We have to reset what our price is. What are you willing to sell yourself for? We had to reset that.
Yeah. It goes back to, if we're going to stand our ground and we're going to stand on respect and we're going to stand on honor and all that kind of stuff, then we have to be respectful. We have to be honorable as men and women. And things like this just aren't.
No. I mean, and whichever way you look at it, man, that I'll say people be like, yeah, Will Smith was right. He should have did that. He should have did. It's even men out there that's fully 100% behind it. But then they complain about black on black crime, which is just crime. They complain about the kids at school. They complain about the people in the neighborhood. You saying that's bad, but then you condoning this and saying that everybody need to do that. That's backwards. That is backwards. You can't complain about something.
Sound like we might be some backwards ass people.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this, man. And this was a shocking statistic, a shocking study. I got to read the whole study, and I didn't want to believe it when I heard it. But what they did is they looked at adopted kids, and kids that were adopted by white women were shown to have higher IQs. And not because of them and what they say or teach, but because of the environment and those things affected that. So for us being backwards, I mean, Monahan scissors point to that whole thing right there. And y'all don't want to talk about that.
We don't have the time to go into the Monahan. That's a book study by itself.
Hey, on the Monahan report, I'm telling you.
For a book study by itself. But, you know, we got things to do in the morning, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. We done an hour. Karis, man, you got anything you want to add to end this off, brother?
When y'all gonna have me back, man?
Whenever you want to come back, bro.
You want to come, man? We doing
You
Thursday night book study. Listen, we doing Thursday night book study.
Yep.
We doing Saturday.
Study. Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa.
Hey, the book study real now. We're doing the Thursday night book study. Right now, we're doing the 48 Laws of Power. You got to read, brother. You got to read.
Be ready.
You sound like.
And then we're doing Saturday morning conversations, 11 a.m. We do different topics. If you got something you want to talk about, feel free to put us in the messenger group or whatever, and we'll put it up there. We'll come in and talk about it. Something that interests you or you feel is important. We talk about subjects that affect Black men and men in general. So you always
send me that book, Simone.
Gotcha. I'm gonna send you all of them, man. All of them. We're gonna be ready. That's gonna be good, man. I ain't sending you all the books because you're gonna take up all the memory in your phone. But I'm gonna get you right.
All right.
Hey, send me your text me your message me your email so I can share it to you from the Google Drive.
Will do, bro. Will do.
All right, man. We love y'all, man. Thank y'all for joining us. That's it. We ain't breaking up this Will Smith no more. That's it. It's over.
Yeah, I'm done.
It's your fault.
We done.
We done with Will Smith. We done with the slap. Fake real is embarrassing. We moving on to something else. We love y'all, America.
Hold on. Saturday, y'all. We talking about cryptocurrency. I got somebody to come over. We're gonna talk about some basics. We're gonna talk about all what it mean, what it do, all of that. So come back Saturday morning.
Just so y'all know, I might jump on for a minute because I still might be in the car, but I'm trying to get on the cruise before Saturday. So if I don't catch y'all, just know your boy on the boat. Hey, holler at me if you need some of that duty free. You need some of that duty free. Holler at me in Messenger. I get to the bottom. We'll talk about the price and all that on Messenger on the low note. I'm coming with an empty trunk, but just for y'all, America. You know what I'm saying? Holler at your boy. I get your duty free liquor up by the case.
Yes, sir.
Get it by the case out here. All right, love y'all, man. We out.
We out. Later.